For all the glitz and glamour of this year's Detroit Auto Show, probably the most bizarre vehicle on hand was this, the Spira4U. This wacky looking jigger blurs the line between a small car and a scooter. It has 3 wheels, 1 at the front, 2 at the back. It's enclosed for weather protection. It's got a windscreen wiper, a seat heater, a reversing camera and a decent sized storage bin at the back. So it looks like a pretty practical urban getabout. But the guys that build it have a higher goal in mind. They want to save lives.
Half the people that are killed and injured from vehicles aren't inside the vehicles. They're outside the vehicles, such as pedestrians, bicyclists, motorcyclists that get hit by vehicles and they don't have any protection. So we put foam on the outside of the vehicle to protect them.
That's right, foam. 8 inches on the front, 4 inches on the sides. The same kind of lightweight expanded polypropylene foam they use to make beginner level model aircraft that are going to get crashed a lot. Things don't get any less crazy under the skin either. The Spira's central structure is made out of a newly patented honeycomb composite material that arrives in big sheets. The guys cut and score and fold these sheets into the right shape like some kind of large-scale origami project, and then plastic weld it for strength. And it turns out that despite the material's lightweight, it actually makes for a very safe vehicle in a crash.
When we sent one of these vehicles to Indiana for a crash test at the 40-mile-an-hour Insurance Institute crash test, it had G-loads on the seat belts that were half those of normal cars.
The interior of the Spira4U feels a bit like a cockpit. It uses a set of motorcycle hand controls, including a twist grip throttle and switch gear, but that's mounted on a tiller bar, so you move the whole steering column left and right to turn the front wheel. There's a single pedal to operate the 3-wheel disc brakes, and a set of switches for things like demisters, headlights, windscreen wipers, and to activate the reverse gear on the electric versions. You can get a 150cc petrol Spira, but it doesn't have reverse, and I find that idea a bit scary. Driving the thing is easy and fun. The electric motor gives it a smooth takeoff and pretty zippy pickup on the way to a limited 60 miles an hour top speed. I didn't test the top speed or the claimed 140-mile range, but it's got plenty of power to get you in and out of trouble in traffic. Visibility out of the cabin is great, so you can easily see other drivers and pedestrians mouthing, "What the hell is that?" when you pull up beside them at the lights. It certainly feels weird to swing the tiller around, but the Spira corners pretty impressively without feeling like it's going to roll over, and it makes super tight U-turns. This is a prototype I'm playing with, so it's a bit rattly, and there's a few finish issues like the door not closing properly every time, and the suspension being a bit hard for these bumpy Detroit roads. But all in all, it's a fun little thing to hoon around in. And if you don't have a lot of parking space, it's so light that you can lift it up by the nose and park it on its backside, where it sits looking like a personal space capsule. What's more, the Spira's lightweight foam body is both water resistant and highly buoyant, so the guys can build you a floating amphibious version if you like.
The price on these, we expect the gasoline versions to be about $7,000, and then the electric versions, they start out $9,000, $11,000, $13,000, depending on the size of battery pack.
And this is trying to fill a niche for people or the world that needs a more economical type of transportation that's also very safe and environmentally friendly.
Obviously, the car form factor is here to stay, as are traditional motorcycles, but an enclosed, narrow track, emissions-free solution like the Spira could certainly make a lot of sense in the traffic-choked megacities of Asia, where the Ballard brothers are building these things. The guys are looking for technology and distribution partners all over the world, so if this kind of vehicle intrigues you, get in touch with them. At the very least, the Spira4U makes for a fascinating test ride.